let me know once we are live. I've also opened my YouTube so that I can see. Okay. Okay. So guys, we are live now. So hi, good evening, everyone. Those who are watching us. Today, I have got the privilege to have two superstars with me, not just one. Usually people have one, I have got two. Okay, so Dr. Suramya and Dr. Nishita with us. So both of them, they have got amazing rank. It is, I think it is going good. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So Nishita has got a rank of 85 and Suramya has got a rank of 115. So congratulations again to both of you guys.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay. So basic things and the basic, questionnaire for you, both of you, one by one. So Nishita, I would like to start with you and please tell us how your journey started with DBMCA. First question.
So actually, I started my journey with DBMCI in the final year sort of things with TNDs. So I found the TNDs quite useful because they streamline my preparation. Like I got a schedule कि इसके साथ finish करना है. So that helped me a lot.
Okay. And Nishita, when did you actually thought of, started preparing for the PGME? Was it in the second year only or after that?
So I would say it was after that. I just knew that in the initial 2 years also, I should not lag behind. I should be clear with my concept so that whenever I start preparing for PG, so I will be able to do it. So, but in the initial two years, I was more concentrated on the standard textbooks and not on the MCQ sort of thing. In the final year, I went more towards preparing for MCQs and.
Okay. So, Soumya, what about you? When did your journey started with us?
So I joined the test and discussion in the last January when my internship began, and also took the eGurukul app. So I feel that the test and discussion gave me a very good way of concising my notes, which were easy to revise and go through.
Soumya, when did you started thinking about the PGME? Like
majorly started preparing for it in the third year and final year. Okay. Before that, I was focusing on my college curriculum.
College, universities, basically. What happened? Okay. Soumya, I think got stuck. Okay. Yeah. So, Soumya, when you started thinking about the PGME and you joined the TND batch, what was your status at that time? Were you, able to complete most of the subject or some of the subject? TND is especially usually we say is for those students who are already done with the 19 subject. But it takes a lot of courage to be a part of TND batch, that too in the third year. By that time, what was your preparation like?
So initially, the first series of tests that you give, you are generally not able to finish the subject entirely before the test. But giving the test is very important because it tells you that what topics you have covered, what are you lagging there, and then whatever is left, what are the important topics there, so that you can cover up. But I think just because we have not finished the syllabus, we should not miss the test. We should rather give it and analyze what is left and what more has to be done for that subject.
So at the time when you started giving the test, how many subjects you were confident with that these are my good subjects?
So it was just after final year. So majorly the final year subjects, that surgery, obs gynae, they were subjects that I knew that I would score. Even if I am not able to finish the entire notes and just give the test, I would get a good percentage of questions correct. But I was lagging in the first and second year, so they needed more time for me.
That's Soumya, that is something which I keep on telling every third year student basically, that in third year we have two types of student. One who is very much okay with the first and second year content, and now he is or she is focusing on third plus final year. Because in third year, we usually say that we have got a lot of time so that we can combine third plus final. So if you're okay with first and second year, go with third plus 4. But if you're not okay with the first and second year, then go back to the first second before you reach to your final year. right? That's exactly what you are telling with your journey.
Yes, sir. And they form a very important base for the final year subjects as well.
No doubt. Correct. Absolutely right. Nishita, when you started preparing with the TNDs of DBMCI, then what was your status at that time? How many subjects you were confident with?
Sir, actually, I started it in the internship mainly because in final year in AIMS, we have pre-final and final year both subjects exams happen in the final year only. So those sort of subjects were like fresh in my mind. So I had time to give towards the first and second year subjects in the initial part of the internship.
Okay, that's good. Tell me something about, see, you have been a bunch of student coming from that period who has seen the pre-COVID era, those who have seen the COVID era, and now post-COVID. Obviously, you have got a fantastic ranks. So you are a bunch of those students who have seen everything face to face, going to the center and attending the subject, and then coming on to DBMCI live, right? And then, Suramya, as you said, you used eGurukul also. So I would like to start from you, Suramya. What exactly is the difference, first of all, between a live class, a face-to-face class, and something which is recorded on any platform like eGurukul, you said?
So the live class is basically when you sit there and attend. You cannot, if you feel like, no, I'm tired, you cannot just get up and be done with it. So you will sit there no matter what and you will finish the subject. But if you are doing it online, there is you have to keep yourself motivated and focused because there's always this urge of I'll do it later.
So how many times did you cheated the online lectures?
The online lectures, I mostly watch the recorded ones.
Mostly watch the record. That's the one thing, that disadvantage actually that happens.
Yes, definitely. So that's a disadvantage.
Okay. Nishita, what about you? The face-to-face and the live recorded things?
So I feel that face-to-face is better than the recorded, although I did see recorded things only because my internship was going on and schedule was like not matching कि मैं attend कर पाऊँ उतना frequently. But definitely live classes are much better because you give your undivided attention there. If you watch the recorded thing, then you have somewhere in the back of your mind that I can just pause the video and I can just look at my phone for half an hour or so and then continue. But in live class, that time undividedly goes towards attending the class and concentration is quite better and you're able to interact better with the teachers and ask your doubts.
Okay. One thing, Soumya, Nishita, I'm telling you one genuine problem which I'm getting from so many students. This year, I'm telling you, I made a WhatsApp group, okay? And I just opened the link for everybody that whosoever is not able to perform well, was not able to perform well in the exam 21. Let's make a group of 22 and for the NEET exam, and we'll discuss the problems. So many students, they told me while I was visiting many of our centers at Pan India level, they also told me, sir, I was doing from my own notes and they were actually very, very bulky. And at the time of revision, I was not able to do it. So I'm pretty much sure when you are the rankers, I'm pretty much sure you might have also used some multiple platforms. So I would not like to get into details of those, but I would just like to know one thing. When you always would have been doing that. So when you compare the notes of DBMCI as with your other, friends or colleagues, do you think that it is about having many pages full of, the notebook should be full, or it should be like basic and the concise and the specific material which should be given and read? What do you say to all the students who are in that dilemma? How to do this much or this much, which is needful? Suramya, from you.
I feel that notes of all the platforms are they cover the important topics. They are somewhat similar. It's not about collecting notes from all the platforms because some of the other information will be extra or missing in every other platform. It's about how you concise whatever topics you have so that you can give them an easy revision. Because it is a very well-known fact that the topics that are asked in the exam are repeated. And those topics are being taught by every platform. So it's about just trusting whatever set of notes you have and not running for more than one set of notes for one subject at least. Just keeping that one set and concising it over the number of revisions you do. So that in the end, you just know that this is all I have to revise and not keep running around for more.
So what's your opinion, Nishita?
I think concise notes are better because you are able to revise them in time and then you can solve questions, because extra information you get with every question you solve. And what's required is integration of the concepts which you already have and application of those concepts. So basically, basic things are provided in all sorts of notes. So uh, even notes from a single platform are sufficient. You can add when you do solve the questions, then you can add the points which you found new, but it's not like running behind notes from every source, because basic things are taught in every sort of notes, and the concise your notes are, the more number of times you will be able to revise them, and it will be like imprinted in your mind. If you have lots of information, it becomes difficult to revise it in a short span of time.
Initially it looks good that I have read from here and here and here and here. It gives a immense pleasure feeling, okay, I've done this. But when you're about to revise, then obviously okay. What is your opinion about the vibe that we have, the image-based program that we conduct almost every year? What is your suggestion to anybody who is preparing for the exam and looking for the image-based, any program that is image-based? So any comments on the vibes, Nishita?
I think image-based discussion is very fruitful because maybe not directly, but in most of the questions, there will be one image given. And if you are able to solve it with that image, then you don't need rest of the information. And in some questions, it will be supplementary, like you are able to make diagnosis from history only and images supplementing you. So most of the questions, you are given some sort of image. And if you are clear with your image, it helps you to solve that question even if you don't know the history. So image-based questions is nice, and you should attend image-based discussions.
Okay. Suramya, you and Nishita both have been a part of our daily team, right? I want to know a few points about our daily team that you would like to mention specifically. You know, you have got some people, those who are always ready to be there by your side, especially what to say, Anu ma'am. She's always there on your WhatsApp group, on your messages. She's always there, just a message away. Ma'am, we are here. Okay, I'm also here, like that. So tell me something about the experience that you had. See, academics is something you have achieved a lot. Yeah, you have achieved already, and you both will be, now obviously everybody is happy about your achievement. But yes, these are the pillars that I feel would have given you some support somewhere. So something about the Delhi center, somebody special in the team, Delhi team, Surmya.
Sir, I was in contact with Mr. Ashish from Delhi Center. And whenever there was a glitch or my Gurukul was not working or I needed something extra, he was just a message away and he used to get the issue resolved like within 15 to 20 minutes. And even Anu ma'am's messages, she always posts some inspirational messages on the WhatsApp group daily. So that's also just gives you a good feeling when you read it.
Somebody is watching you every day. What about you, Nishita? Ashish is our champion from Delhi. No doubt. Everybody present. Nishita, anybody special from the Delhi team that you would like to mention?
So everyone was nice and cooperative, but same what she said, that Ashish was the person who used to solve if I was having any issue with the app and all. And they were really cooperative. Like I just need to message them and they will reply in 5 to 10 minutes and they will just say that I will just resolve the issue. You can study something else in the meantime and we will get it resolved. So it's really nice that your time is not wasted and people are watching you and helping you in every aspect.
That's good. Some special mention about some subject which changed your perspective about the subject when you were doing the T&D. See, it happens. I was feeling like its subject is not good. I don't like it. And then suddenly when I read in the class, it changed my mind completely. Oh, that's fantastic. So, Surmya, from you.
Sir, anatomy is something I would like to mention because it was a weak subject for me and I was really scared of that subject. But after attending Ashwini sir's class, it was like, it is like an image-based thing in my mind only. I don't have to recall the theory. I just get a picture and the questions become really easy to solve. And it's easy to revise as well.
Okay, that's fantastic. He's our hero, no doubt. Nishita, one faculty that changed the perspective over the subject?
Sir, I don't want to point out anything special because in every subject when I attended the T&D, I felt that it's giving me a new perspective and like I'm able to see that you don't need to do everything. These are the things that are asked and these are the patterns in which you need to attempt those questions. So Every T&D was nice.
Every T&D was good. So that is something compliment for us. That is good. We did well. Okay. So any suggestions that you two would like to give to all the students who were not able to make good ranks in 2021 and are planning now for this upcoming exam? Any message that you would like to convey? Suramya, you can.
Sir, few points like practicing questions is very important, because just having the knowledge and applying that in the MCQs are two different things. And sometimes we know the theory, we know the question, but we still get it wrong. So identifying what is going wrong is important. Plus, making our 20th notebook is something I would say very, very important. That personally helped me a lot in the past few months, because even after NEET, when you don't really want to pick up the notes again, you are so tired, you can just go through your 20th notebook and it will just brush up a lot of topics for you.
So what you used to note down in that 20th notebook?
Sir, my 20th notebook mainly consisted of the previous year questions that I got wrong, plus the high yield topics that, for example, in pathology, we have breast cancer and GI polyps. Some of the high yield topics that I know are sure short, a question will definitely come from them. So giving an hour daily to that 20th notebook is a rank booster, I would say.
But that would have taken you a lot of time while you're revising T&Ds and everything. You would have keep on adding the points, right?
Yes. If you start with like 2 pages and it gets a big register by the end. But if you consistently keep on revising it, it doesn't take you much time by the end.
No. So guys, those who are watching us, I like this idea a lot. The 20th notebook. The tagline is 20th notebook. No doubt, it's a fantastic thing. And whenever you're feeling low, whenever you're not feeling like studying, that is something that can be tried. Fantastic. Nishita, from you something.
I would like to say that just don't miss out on the T&D, because sometimes we think that I will just do according to my own schedule, and that schedule is flexible. So instead of giving 1 week, you just feel okay, my posting is hectic, I could just extend it for 1 more week, and then it takes a lot of time. So if you just stick with the schedule and give every subject 1 week or 2 weeks, then you will be able to complete it in time. And another thing is that I would like to suggest that give one grand test. Don't be afraid of grand test. Like I was initially thinking कि मेरी preparation तो नहीं हुई है. I would just prepare for the May one. So I was not even giving a grand test. Then I just gave one grand test and I got nice marks. So I felt like अभी वाला भी हो सकता है. So I should prepare for this. So just don't think कि नहीं होगा. Just try it once and then you will get to know what rank you are at, and then you can improve it with time.
Okay, Nishita, when you said about the GT, there is a constant query that I get from multiple students that I am right now able to do only 10 subjects. I have done only 12 subjects. Should I go for GT or no?
I would suggest that you can give one GT and then just think, judge yourself based on the information that you have read only 10 subjects. So the marks you are getting are proportionate to that. So when you will do rest of the subjects, then they will improve with time. Like, I'm not the right person to ask this because I just gave grand test in the very end and I just gave very few grand tests. But when I gave it, I felt that I should have given it earlier. Then I would have just known my lacunas and I would have worked on them.
Perfect. What about your opinion, Suramya, on this? When should one start giving the GT?
I started early with the GTs. I started after 4 months of my preparation, because sitting through those 3.5 hours was very important. The practice of sitting through and keeping yourself focused rather than knowing the entire GT. So that is something very important. Plus, a grand test a week helps you analyze that what are you lagging at? What are the constant subjects that are hitting the bottom part of your GT? So you get to know that, yes, you have to work on these subjects and try to be better at them.
Okay, Suramya, when you said that you started giving the GTs after 4 months, starting of preparation, right? Many students, even I have the message right now also, sir, I am really depressed. I said, why depressed? Sir, my GT score is so and so very poor. So what? Sir, then I asked further queries that how many subjects you did. The student is saying, I did only 8 subjects. So why you're worried? Like Nishita said, that you should be only analyzing yourself from the content that you have read, right? One question that I want to know from you, Suramya, that initially, when you started with the T&D, you were done with some of the subjects only, obviously not all 19. So how you used to manage that mental pressure that used to come, that so many questions are wrong and only few are right? So initial part, how did you manage that?
So initially, when we start, we'll not start at the top. I believe that that will be our bottom, and when we see ourselves rising from that bottom, it will keep you going. If even if I get a rank of 10,000 in a GT, my next target should be to get another question correct, two more questions correct in the next GT, rather than focusing on what rank I'm getting. So as the number of corrects improves, the ranks also improve.
That's fantastic. I like this thought process, that it has to be a gradual process. Nobody is rank one on day one. It has to be a gradual process. Okay. Second thing, the students who are going for the first time in this exam, what is your ideas for them, or your suggestions for them, for the first timers?
So practice a lot, give a GT a week, very important, and keeping yourself calm throughout the paper, throughout the journey till the paper, because even during the exam, a lot of glitches can happen, like before the exam or during the exam, but keeping yourself calm throughout is very important.
Yeah, great. What about you, Nishita? Any advice for the first timers?
So it was my first time also. So I was scared in the beginning that I was thinking that maybe the questions asked in the exams are really hard ones or really difficult ones. But when I gave the exam, I just realized that they asked the very basic things, and they asked mostly those things which are somewhere in the back of your mind, even if you have read it 2-3 years back. So just don't be afraid and try to solve every question in the exam. When you attempt the exam, at that time your frame of mind should be very relaxed, and you should just not think कि मेरे को तो 180 question ही आएगा. You should try to attempt all the questions, at least think all the question from the perspective that you are going to mark it. And when you look at the question and analyze it, you are able to eliminate many of the options. Like most of the question, at least you will be able to eliminate 2 options, and you will be stuck between the 2. Then you can apply your concepts and narrow it down to 1. So just try attempting questions, and when you give the test, you will get to know that when I'm stuck between the question, mostly the choices that I made are correct. So it's when you know that your background knowledge is of that level, then you should try attempting more number of questions, and look at every question from the point of view that I'm going to try to solve it at least.
Okay. One last thing I would like to know. I am starting today. Exam is most likely on 12th of March, which the NMC has declared. Is it still doable?
Definitely.
It's very much.
It's very much doable. So the 2 superstars of the evening are saying it is doable. So everybody who is watching us, please believe in yourself. They have done it. They are the most experienced player right now we have. And they have won the game. They have won their, over the dreams they wanted to achieve. They've achieved it. So when they are saying it is achievable, it is surely achievable, right? So thank you so much, Nishita and Suramya, for being with us, for being the source
Thank you so much.
for all the students and for us also. You guys make us proud, right? Keep shining always, keep progressing always, and do let us know when you join your college. So let me tell you, everyone, Nishita is planning for the top branches. For either she'll be taking up dermatology, and what was the other branch you're planning for?
Surgery and medicine, maybe. I'm not sure about that. I need to discuss it with many people to analyze it properly.
But derma is on top. And we have an upcoming radiologist with us, Suramya. So she's coming for radio. That's so fantastic. That's so good to see you guys, rocking all the time. So our best wishes to all of you from the DBMCI family. Keep shining all the time. And if we can be of any other assistance to you at any point of time, do let us know.
Thank you so much.